You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by vanhalenstore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Friday to you all. Welcome to EVH and Gear TV. It's a weekend, beautiful weekend in here in southwestern Ontario. Nice and warm, not too bad. I've got the fan on mild. Hopefully you can't hear too much of the noise from the fan behind the monitors here. That's what the windsock is for. Hope you're doing well. Flying solo tonight. We're going to be going over some of the new features in Helix, getting some of my favorite tones here, looking at the REVV Generator amplifier, which has now become my go-to high-gain amplifier. In my world, it kind of represents the 5150s that I used to use. The EVH amplifiers, a great tone. So we're going to go over some of that, play some tunes, and have some fun with you guys. It's Friday evening, and it's time to have some fun. Say hi to a bunch of people over in the chat here, first of all. And actually, this will be the last week solo for a little bit. Next Friday, same time, a week from tonight, going to have Todd Kearns from Slash's band on the show. And also this Sunday over on our other program, the Helix Hour, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. I've got Billy Sheehan coming back for his third time on the program. Not third time on Helix Hour, but third time on the channel, once on EVH, twice on Helix Hour. So he's going to wrap up our Season 3 with us on Sunday. So he'll be playing us some bass riffs and all kinds of cool stuff. So we'll look forward to having you stop by then as well, too. So let's say hi to everyone that's jumping in. We've got James Severin. He was here probably around 7 o'clock. So he was here very early. Blimpus says, Eric playing through a Rev. Oh, this is going to rock. Old Metal Dude is here while he's having lunch. Gary Tholander, Carlo Santin. Good to have you, buddy. Quentin James is here. Hey, kids. Ed B, hey there, happy people. Gary Tholander, I think I mentioned Gary. Brad Miller, Einar Freberg. He says, hi all, I'm a short timer too tonight. I love to know all the equipment has been personally sold, jettisoned as a consequence of Helix, replaces an awful lot. Yeah, we're all in the same boat. I've thinned out the herd greatly, but now that I have Helix. Charles Green is here. Nice to have you as well. R3 Locknut, Nocturnal Butterfly is here. Thank you so much for running the chat with all your awesome moderators. I appreciate that. Six String Brian is here. I like the new name, dude. Pretty cool. Solo's Revenge. Don Shepard is here. And I think I've pretty much got everybody mentioned here. So I'm going to start off with a couple songs that people have heard me play. And I'm going to go into some... Actually, you know what I might even do? Just for fun. Let's reverse things tonight. Let's play something that you guys haven't heard me play. A couple songs I'm trying to finish. And this one's kind of cool. It totally has a Dawkins meets... If you take it up, there's a lot of Slash influence in this as well too. So I'll give you an example. I'll give you the only example of where this would come in from Slash. From Slash's one of his records, right? I think it's a song called Liar, whatever. Let me see what I've got my tone here. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of those type of chords for this song of mine. But if you take that and you mix it with George Lynch, that's where this song comes from. Total 80s. I've only got the hook for the song so far, but that's what we'll try jamming with here tonight. And we'll be using the REVV Generator all night long. So this is what you're going to hear. Totally REVV 2.8, right, Helix 2.8. All right, let's try this, see what we got. So I've got Logic Audio open here, and I've got some backing tracks to see what we got. And pop on my big Eric Mode preset, which is basically that. All right, here we go. Mute the microphone. And this is kind of the gist of the song I'm working on right now. the strap is going to be the bane of my existence tonight. I can see it already. But anyways, that gives you an idea what I'm working on right there. So I kind of like that. Let's have a quick look at some of the comments. Doc, and getting some comments on that for sure too. Brad Miller, very Lynch-like. It'd be awesome 80s sound, loving the Lynch vibe. Thank you. Chad Husky's jumping in. Nice to have you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Ed B says, that makes me want to jam right now. That's awesome. If that makes you want to play, or any of this stuff makes you want to play, I feel very happy to hear that. Thank you very much. Sixteen Brian, talking to the friends. Let me see here. I'm going to load up another one. Let me call up another song I'm working on here in Logic. And this one goes back a while. Let me see here. This one is actually called Dirty Handlebars. I like this one a lot, and I got to come back up into regular tuning for this one. Let me see here. Don't save changes to that one. Here we go. This one's kind of fun. This one's got some really funky... got little slides and jumps. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So I'm very rusty on the solo on that one. I haven't actually even written the solo for that, but it's going to be one of my typical... I like to do these descending things. Something like that. We'll fit something like that in there. Let's see who else we got jumping in. Coots13 is here. Scott Roos. Jeff Miller is here. And I missed something. Congratulations to something, and I missed what that was. Richard Little. Let me see. With my brother in arms, sounded good. Glad to know someone else can shrug it off when missing a note or two. Yes, you have to, right? You have to. You know, since I got Logic open, I'm going to close Logic here in a second. The only other thing I had open, I actually rediscovered today for my one show, which are dropping here on the channel. I hate to see it go, but we're going to be dropping our Rocking Dead show. So I did a kind of a revamp of the Walking Dead theme song, and it's kind of neat. Let me see. So let me load that one up. It's kind of a neat version of it I did. Let me see here. Rocking Dead. And then we'll go into some other tones, really show off what this REVV Generator can do. Let me see, it's just loading up all the audio files. Don Shepard says, sounds like I'm loving the Les Paul. Yeah, this thing has not left my hands. Okay, so normally the intro comes in right like this. Okay, but what I did is I composed it, and I got some really big keyboard drones that would start off like this. Like that, and then it'll come in, so I don't have them all sequenced up properly. All right, see if I can loop this a little bit, because the riff itself is tricky. It's pretty fast. And I got a harmony part in there too, which I threw a harmony on here tonight just so I could show off in case Guitar Hat comes by. I could do that. We'll put the harmony in there. Okay, see what we got here. I'm going to have to jump into this real fast, too. We'll come back on the second take with the loop. One more time. That's kind of fun. I love it. Oh, Brand of Tat's got a Helix. Very, very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Congrats. That's what the congrats was for. Awesome. All right, let's close Logic here. I'm not going to use this anymore tonight. So everything you're going to hear tonight is REVV Generator. All right, here we go. Let's make it a little easier for me for a minute. Let's go back an older record here. All right. Here we go. Some silence. And we'll get rid of some mic hiss, and we'll have even more silence. Thank you, R2. I really appreciate that.
I've had all I can handle. Way up, I am the mental. Have we seen and now to never seem to feel what's come to be. It feels like we're
was a fun one to warm up with. People say I'm going to wear out the Switch tonight. I just might. All right, since we're down and drop D, let's play another one here. Let's go over to Freaking Out. All right, let's have some fun. Saying, sounds awesome, Eric. Levels are perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. Trying to work on my balances between clean, rhythm, and lead, right? It's not always a simple process. Bobby Clipper sounded great with the Gibson there, Eric. Thank you. If all goes well, it'll be this guitar all night long. It'll probably be a shorter show tonight, too. Probably 1 hour tonight. Harmony is here. JPX, my buddy James is here as well, too. And since James is here, I will play a song for him. Let me see. I want to check this out here. I know he likes this one. Getting close. Now, this is not the Generator. This is a Roland Jazz chorus for this one here. This is what I always use pretty much for my clean. Oh, thank you. Will says tone sounds like Tom Schultz from Boston. Yeah, anytime you get into the pitch detune and a chorusing, a heavy-duty chorusing type of an effect, you'll kind of fall into that wheelhouse for sure. Okay, let me see here. I'm loving this guitar though. I got before I go into the song here. I got a nice shipment from my buddies at Lizard Spit the other day, And this is so funny, you know. They sent me a care package last year of a bunch of different things to try. Their guitar polish, which I love to death. And I'm gonna give you a funny story here in a second. I'll tell you about a product that I refuse to even want to try because I'd never liked this particular product. Not the brand, but the particular product. But the polish I love. This is their guitar polish. I love this stuff. But here's what they sent me a whole bunch of because I ran out of. This was my last bottle. I talk about string lube on here, and I hate string lube. I hated it to death. So they sent me some polish. They sent me some fret conditioner. They sent me some other stuff. And they asked me how I like all that stuff. And I said, I love it. I love it. Now, how about the string lube? And I didn't have an answer for them because I hadn't tried it. It was just sitting on my shelf for the longest time. So I started using this stuff just to try it. And it's, there's all kinds of different versions of it. Like there's fast fret and all that kind of stuff out there. And I didn't like any of that stuff. Finger ease. And it looks like a bingo dabber, right? So what you would normally do is you would just take it, you put it on your strings, just a little dab like that, right? That kind of thing. And what I do is, like some people will put a lot more on. I just get a tiny bit like that, and I'll take a microfiber cloth, not the same cloth that I use for polishing the guitar. I have different color ones, so I know which is which. You can smell them, and you know what they are too. This does have a nice smell to it. And I just wipe off the excess residue. Okay, and it's not like slip and slide. It's not like grease or chicken grease all over your guitar. Just enough that it, it actually helps the strings last a lot longer as well too, because you don't get the corrosion into the strings. And then anything left I have on the residue on the rag, which isn't wet, I couldn't wring this out or anything. It's not even really wet to feel. I'll just wipe off the back of the neck with it, right? Just like that, just a bit of a polish, and it just feels like $1,000,000 in the hand. It smells good, and I mean you can slip and slide all day. It's just really, really effortless to play on these things. So very, very cool. James is saying, "How's the back of the neck?" This is a thin profile neck. As far as Les Pauls go, this is just very comfortable in my hand. That's why I never ever put this thing down. I just can't put it down. And I put my last set of NYXL strings on here last night, and just to die for. It had D'Addario's when I picked it up used from a buddy. It had D'Addario's on there, just regular XLs, but I put the NYXLs on here last night, and this thing is just insane. Insane. Okay, let's try this one. This one's for James. This was written for my mom. So we'll be tap dancing a little bit here with some clean and dirty and all that good stuff. Here goes. This is a song called Shirley for my mother, Shirley.
Okay, are you ready yet?
there you go, James. Got a few other people jumping in. All-Star Promos. Matt Krill is here. Bucket Full of Balls. I always love having that name in the chat. That's great. That's awesome. Thank you, Matt. Bringing it as strong as always. Richard D. Little, who's the singer? That on this record that I'm playing right now, his name is Todd Lenover, a good friend of mine. He was the original singer in the band Finding Core, and we had about 3 singers in all. It had a couple fill-in singers and stuff like that, but over our 12 years together, we had 3 singers. On Fire Tonight, that's from Scott Roos. Thank you. If someone asked me about the mustache, who was it? Someone, I forget where that was, but someone asked me how long it took to grow the mustache back. 2.5 weeks. And I was slow. I thought something was wrong. I thought in my old age, I thought maybe my metabolism was slowing down, because usually I can cough one out the next day. And 2.5 weeks, and it was back to full Derek Smalls. Def Leppard. I don't want to play too many Def Leppard. I don't want to play too many other riffs of anybody, just for copyright. But I mean, you could always use something. That's all I'm going to play. Just I don't want to get any copyright strikes. A lot of tune. All right. Let's rock it up a little bit more. You know what we should try? Let's try this. Let's go real heavy. Jump over to another singer. All right. Song called Falls Silent. Give this a try. Oh, right on. Matt Krill says, bonus check cleared today, getting ready to buy some Helix Hour spikes. Some great, I appreciate that. Broadstash.com. The link is in the description down below. A whole line of merchandise from EVH and Gear TV, Helix Hour, Kramer Corner, and of course our own Broadstash brand. Check it out. Lots of cool stuff. Brad says, you're making it hard for me to practice my acoustic tonight. I'm very sorry. I know the rock guitar might be more fun. Let's try this.
This is all we can make.
And I just thought of something too. I closed Logic Pro. I got to open this back up because this is a shame. I wanted to just kind of show you guys some new things that I've been working, new old things I've been working on. So I'm not playing the same things for you all the time. I'm going to open Logic again. And that little trailing riff is, I like to tie in one song with another. And I have a song that uses that. So I like the song a lot. Okay, no, it's no title on it yet. Let me open it up here. I got to find it. I had it open today. Is this F sharp groove? Is that what I called it? I think so. It's amazing what you call songs, right? I'm sure you've all been down that thing. E riff, B riff, drop A riff, blah, 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 F sharp groove. I think this is it. This is quite cool if this is it. I think so. Okay, this is it. So this song has a lot of parts to it. So it actually has, when I record this properly, I want to use basically like an envelope filter type of a deal. I could simulate it with a wah that would start off like this. Really, really simple. Just a pedal tone on the low E string. Okay. Then the other guitar, you've got a guitar going like this. Okay, then you've got another guitar that does this. And the lead part is really, really cool. So there's several little lead parts to it. You're going to hear a part like this. Okay, then you can have another melody part like this. Rhythm guitar will go. And of course, the lead guitar will go. Okay, so let's try in context with everything here, see how it sounds. Rockabilly says, Eric, are you using wireless headphones? No, I'm using really crappy AKG, the cheapest headphones you can buy. They suck. I'm getting some good studio ones soon. And somebody else asked me a question too, a couple questions back. Let me go back before. Go back a little bit. Someone asked me about, did Eric say he's using the new power cap tonight? No, not using the power cap tonight. I'm going direct into, you can see the power cap right there. I'm running directly into Helix into the mixer today as well too. And yes, you know what I'm going to do? Someone asked me, maybe it was Matt Krill. I'm just getting the messages forwarded to me from Nocturnal Butterfly. Ask if I'm going to be sharing this. I will share this preset on Custom Tone. This will be free. Doesn't use any impulse responses or anything. Everything is stock. So I'll get this one ready tonight, and I'll throw it up on Custom Tone. So just look for one of my newest ones. My username on there is FloydRose5150. But I'll link it in the video description as well, too. Paul Theriault is here. And Blimpa says, can I jam F-Bomb and Fantasy? I'll do that for you for sure. And someone also was asking me about how I'm liking the Les Paul. I think I'm not sure who that was. But I love it. I can't put this guitar down. It now has become... Oh, there it is. All-Star Promos. How would I describe the Les Paul? Nice weight. I love the weight on it. Neck is just great in my wheelhouse. Like coming from a Wolfgang, my Kramers. It doesn't feel foreign to me. Just sustain. Stays in tune great. Very, very inspiring. I waited till I was 50 years old to get my first Les Paul. I did my first string change on my first Les Paul last night. So a lot of firsts here for me, and it's a real magical guitar for me as well too. And Junior loves it to death. He wants one. So, because we're in the Kramer, Gibson family, we'll pick up some more Les Pauls for sure. He's gonna get one for sure too. Never Too Late asks, will you be doing a video on how to use the Helix QWERTY keyboards or hotkeys? Yes, for sure. Matter of fact, before the 2.8 update come out, I'm on their beta team, obviously, so I had access to this stuff. It's okay to say now because it's out now. And I was creating some really cool keyboard hotkey presets for Helix, basically templates. So I can actually switch all my cameras. I can go from camera to camera to camera. With Helix, just pushing buttons, I can go to YouTube and I can fast forward, I can full screen video, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll be doing some probably some keyboard shortcut templates for the new Helix firmware as well too. So, and that's okay. And Nocturnal Butterfly didn't know what that meant. She said, I have no idea what that means. She's just forwarding it to me. So I understand she doesn't understand that. That's cool. So let's go to this song that I kind of showed you all the parts in. Get a sip of Powerade. All right. Trying to keep the sodium intake in tonight. Okay. F sharp is a really fun key to play in. So this is kind of what it sounds like. And I'll see if I can loop this as well too, just in case. And you know, please keep in mind too, this is just crappy built-in drummer and built-in Logic audio. I'm not good with the drums. I mean, I can play drums, like decent. I can play a beat. I could probably record a beat. I don't have a drum kit here. And using the drummer, I don't get into really big fancy programming. So here we go. Here's what this thing sounds like. Sorry for that. Try it one more time through. So you kind of get the gist of that one. That's all I've got basically, but I love the rhythm part there too. This part right here. So yeah, it's coming. Awesome. Let's scroll down to the bottom here. We're going to come backwards. Jeff McGill, what pickups on your Les Paul? I totally forget what they are. I picked this up. I didn't even plug the guitar in. I just played it in the parking lot. And I did a swap, did a trade on these guitars. I don't even know what pickups are in here. They're stock anymore. They are stock, but Matt Krill says tone sounds very cobble wobble-ish. I wonder if I can still play that. It's been a long time since I played that one. Yeah, so Jeff's asking that question about the pickup. Not 100% sure. Okay, let's keep it going. Okay, so someone asked me earlier about playing F-Bomb and Fantasy. Okay, so let me give a quick listen to F-Bomb. Everyone knows Fantasy is a stripper song. F-Bomb is my guitar solo that starts it off. Okay, so let's give it a listen and I'll see if I can remember it. Here goes. It's perfect time for a drink break. So I'm gonna try to remember this. There's a wah part going up here. This used to be my guitar solo live. I'm not sure I can play that anymore. Of course, this will fade right into that song. Okay, so let's give it a try. Mute the mic. And this, I haven't played this one live in like forever. There we go. That was a okay attempt at the solo at the beginning of that one. Okay, we're going to jam a couple more here. Let's drop her back down to D. This is a fun one. When I nail this one, I get really excited. When I don't, less excited. A song called Runaway. All right? Now, that's going to be a keyword for something. I'm not going to say what it's for, okay? But this is a song called Runaway. That's a keyword. I want you to remember that. Here we go. All right, just a couple more for you, and I got a little surprise for you here towards the end if you stick around to the end. A little tiny, tiny, tiny surprise, but something maybe possibly free. You would like something free? Okay, let's go to, we're going to bring it back up to E. Okay, I'm going to slow her down just a tiny bit. All right, let's have some fun. Here you go. A song called Pass You By. And this summer is passing us by pretty quickly. Here we go. So I'll answer two questions in one here. Aaron Lucas and Company and Matt Krill. So Aaron is asking if that's all tones are from Helix. Yes, 100%. Strictly all Helix. You can see the Helix rack back there, right? And I'm controlling it from underneath here with the Helix control. And no, I'm not using power cab tonight. Power cab is not even turned on back there. It's just some LEDs on the front on the floor. I'm not using power cab tonight. It would pretty much sound exactly like this if I was coming direct out. But no, I'm going direct Helix directly to the mixer and off to you guys and girls in YouTube land. And yeah, Fred Seco said, I just checked out Eric's custom tone uploads. Didn't know he is Floyd Rose 5150. And some of those are probably kind of bad now. I mean, I put some of those presets up as soon as I got into Helix. And you know how we all graduate, you know, as we get better at everything we do in life. I've come a long way with presets since those first ones I put up there. But this one I'm going to put up for sure. It's a decent one. You kind of started off with the Eric triple type of preset I created. It's evolved into a lot of other things, and I like it now, especially with the REVV Generator in there. And Brad Miller made a really cool comment as well, too. He's used to hearing this song, Pass You By. He likes the version in a higher pitch, which I do as well, too. And maybe just for a bonus, as we take off out of here tonight, I'll grab a guitar that's tuned to standard, and we'll play the difference. And it has a much better dynamic in the half a tone higher. It sounds much better. No problem, Aaron. No problem at all. And it's funny, too. I don't normally... I should be doing this more, and I don't do it enough. I tend to pitch my free presets more than I do the ones that I actually sell. And I've got the Pasadena Complete presets up in Marketplace. If you're a Van Halen fan, you can check those out. It basically covers all eras of Van Halen, from the vintage, Plexi, up through the Van Hagar, if you want to call it that. I hate that term, but the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen, right up until the modern live stuff. So they're available at custom tone, not at custom tone, at Marketplace. Sorry, those are the premium ones. And when I say premium, please don't take that the wrong way. I've had people say premium, you're saying they're the best. No, I mean they're ones that you pay for. I'm not saying they're the best. There's a difference between free and well, there's not really much of a difference. There's free and there's ones you pay for. I'm not saying they're better or anything. They're good. They're really good. Check them out. So Pasadena Complete. They're pretty cool. Nocturnal posted the link. Thank you. And there you go, Brad. No problem. Thank you for the link, Nocturnal. You can always see what it sounds like on a Les Paul. Let's see if I can bring up my... Do I have HX Edit open? I don't. But let's do this. Let's open up another screen here. I'm not going to show the screen because I don't have a window ready for it. But let's try to pop on Pasadena. Trying to connect here. Getting a little crazy there. Tune. And for some reason I can't connect to my Helix. We're just going to close it. I could probably get to it on here. Let's do it this way. I made a new set list today, so make it a little simpler for myself. What do we got here? Oh, there we go. So really, really, really plexy, right? Gonna get the flanger ready, and it should be momentary. Yep. So there you go. Fun preset. Okay. Let's go back to the ones we just had this a moment ago. But it's funny. I don't even pitch the ones that I sell. I should be doing that a lot more. Alright. Slow my roll here. Oh, where do we go? Here we go. Not too far. Got it. Alright, we're good now. What do we got left for tunes here? We'll try this. Wrong one. We'll be wrapping up soon. We'll have a little tiny... Oh, good question. And I think Gary might have asked me this. Someone asked me this question earlier in the chat, and I'm glad you said it again. If it was Gary said, have you lined up Harry Shearer for the show yet? Yes. Harry Shearer, Derek Smalls from Spinal Tap is coming on the show. We're just waiting for his press junket window. It sounds like it's the end of August. So he's doing a massive Spinal Tap, media blitz. And what's going to be very, very cool. So he'll be here on a Friday night, and he'll be in character all night long. So we won't be asking Harry questions. We won't be asking him Simpsons questions or voiceover questions. We'll be talking to Derek in character. So that's going to be a fun one. That'll be a really fun episode. So yes, he is coming on. Thank you for asking it again, because I saw that question earlier and I didn't avoid it. I just forgot it. So thank you. Very, very nice. Fred Siegel says, is that flanger before the amp? And yes, I never, here's the thing, right? There's no right or wrong, but I never ever use phase, flange, or chorus in the effects loop. None of those. None of those pedals in the loop. Always slamming the front. And even the delays on that, I've got some tape echoes on some of the Van Halen, like especially the Pasadena ones. I would love to put delay in the loop because that's my comfort zone. But first of all, you didn't have effects loop back then, at least not in his amplifier. It didn't come for quite some time. So I put the tape delay slamming the front of the amplifier, and it's pretty cool. It's very, very authentic. So I hope that helps. Sean is here. Sean just got his Helix today as well, too. Sean, this is great. You're just in time to hear some Helix tones. And Sean, this is a preset that I'm playing tonight that is going to be a free one. I'll send this one to you first as soon as you get updated to 2.8 if you haven't done so already, and I will help you do that. But Sean has a brand new Helix. And Stefan asked, do you play in standard tuning sometimes? The only time I play in standard is with my Line 6 Variax guitars. You can see one hanging up on the wall right about there, where my finger is. And that's the only one I play in standard. Well, actually, I have two Variax guitars. I play in standard with those because the computer technology in them will let me tune to anything, so it's easier to have a common ground. And but very, very rarely. And I would say I have next to perfect pitch, but if this makes any sense, a half step down. I'll be tuning my guitar, put a brand new set of strings on, and I'll tune it. It'll be perfectly in tune, but it's a half step down. I hear A flat my whole life. It's just because I've been there for so long. That's the normal pitch to me. So that's just kind of what I hear. Do I know any Striper? No, I don't. But I know Striper. Got to hang out with them, and I've had the guys on the show 2 times. Michael Sweet's been on the show twice, and Oz Fox has been on the show once. All right, let's play another one here. Let's go into silence. How are we doing on time? All right, we're doing good. Let me see here. Let's play In the Sun. Simple guitar stuff. Doesn't always have to be flashy, right? And this one is far from flashy. It's more about the song than it is the guitar wanking. Here we go. a couple other questions. James 7, Eric, does Helix files now work with HX effects? Yes, you can bring files back and forth across the whole. They all live inside the same ecoplex now. It's the same brain, so not a problem on that. Jay Monty, that's John Montgomery, I believe, right? He says, "What's up, Eric? The movie me and my bud are writing the music for, Electric Jesus, previously called To Hell with the Devil, is officially getting made. Shooting starts next month." Very, very cool. Very cool. I'm really excited to hear about that kind of a documentary on Striper. That's awesome. And no problem. I'll just say, okay, no problem. It's all good. Nocturnal just sending me some production notes. Paul Theriault says, "Sick harmonics." Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Coming from a monster player like yourself, I take it to check and I channel that energy, and I appreciate it. Thank you so very, very much. James, I like the song. The video is cool too. Yeah, that was a fun one. Old Otto shot that. Mark Taylor loves that tone. Let me see here. Paul's working out at the gym, listening at the gym. Let me see here. I'll just put no probs. Yeah, the guitar is holding its tune tonight. Really, really nice. I mean, going out a little tiny bit, but I mean, I'm bitch slapping this guitar tonight. Not too bad. I'm really enjoying it, as you can tell. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I haven't played for you here yet. I can always play Loaded Gun for you. Let's jump over here to 5210. Trying to see if there's anything else I didn't play on that one. Nope. All right, let's play Loaded Gun for you. That's a fun one to play. Kind of a fun riff.
Steps away from it, wanna take my
Okay, that's probably the last song for the evening here. I just saw a question here from Paul. He says, do you use the same string of effects or do you change that when you use a new amp? A lot of times I will keep some of my effects. Like I look at every time I create a new preset in Helix, I look at it, and this might help you guys and girls develop presets for your Helix. I look at it as my old rig touring. And I had a pretty massive pedal board and a pretty simple amplifier. I was always using, like back in the day, I used PV5150s. I had the PVJSX for a while. Then I got into the EVH gear line. I had Marshalls back in the day, JCM 900s, JCM 800s. Then moving up for about the last decade and a half was the EVH gear, the 5153 amplifiers. So the amplifiers, I always use gainy amplifiers. And then my pedals were always the same pretty much. Phaser, flanger, all that kind of stuff, wah pedal, so they were staples. Something like a chorus pedal might change brands from time to time. When Eddie Van Halen brought all his signature line of pedals, I used those religiously. And the only thing that would change out the odd time is maybe replacing a different brand of chorus with another brand and that kind of thing. But I will carry that over with new amplifiers and Helix as well, too. Now, maybe some of the tonal changes might be a little different. And here again, I might swap a chorus inside Helix. I might go from a 70s chorus to a plastic chorus to, all that kind of stuff. But I guess long story short, Paul, I do bring a lot of my effects over to another preset and just change the amplifier. A lot of cases, not always. Depends on some amplifiers. I might go outside of the box sometimes. Like the Angle Meteor was an amplifier I'd never really tried until about 6 months ago, and I kind of developed some different effects going into that one that just sounded a little differently. So I do follow a kind of a path, but I don't always necessarily stick to it. I like to have a nice comfort zone, if that makes any sense. Thank you, Scott Roos. Okay, so I've only got one little prize here to give away tonight. It might be kind of bigger to some people. It's small, but it's something I wanted to do something special tonight for having people tune in and not announce a prize. So when I say this, I've only got a prize for one, and hopefully there's no ties. I mentioned earlier, I'm going to pick the very first person I see this. I said a keyword earlier. What was the keyword I said earlier? Can anyone get that keyword? And I'm going to go by timestamp. Okay, so what was my keyword I said earlier? I'm hearing this weird squeaking. It's got to be my chair. Guitar Axis, nice guitar. I'm looking for the keyword from earlier. And I don't know about that, Jason. That'd be something down the road, hopefully. And Hack, I wrote a harmony in here just for you. There you go. There you go. Oh, man. 1021. Both Never Too Late and Rob F. got it at the same time. Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, so you both got it. So it's over. It's done. Done. Okay. So I'm going to split this in half. Okay. Instead of, I know I was talking about this earlier with Nocturnal Butterfly, and she says, do a tiebreaker. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to split this in half. So I've got a little package for you guys. All right. Okay. It's over. I'll say done. Sorry, Scott Roos. I'm very sorry. We're done now. Whoops. Okay. All right, so I've got some really cool custom Van Halen stickers here. Hopefully you like Van Halen. I'm going to divide this package in half. So I've got a series of Van Halen stickers. Van Halen. These are all stuck on the cardboard, whatever. They haven't been used. These are very neat. Like that. And then, of course, I've got some really neat window decals as well, too. This is black one. There's a black one, a white one, and a red one. So I'm going to cut this in half. I'm not going to physically cut it with scissors, but I'm going to. So do me a favor, both you guys, Never Too Late and Rob F. Do me a favor, please. Send me an email to info@evh. What's my email address now? info@evhgeartv.com. All right. And let me know, send me a link to your YouTube channel, whatever, so I know it's you. And send me your postal address, and I'll get these out in the mail. So I'm going to kind of split those in half and send them out to you guys. So it'll be half a dozen, close to half a dozen in there for each of you, something like that. I'm not sure how many is there. Whatever is there, I'll be splitting half for you guys. So there you go. And I'm going to try to do more of these little giveaways from time to time as well, too. Obviously, be some much bigger ones from time to time. But I had some stuff here I wanted to pass on and, make sure someone has some fun with it. So make sure I'm going to save this for a second. I'm just going to take a screen capture right here, just so I save this for later, because I have the world's worst memory. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do here, and this is something else I I love to do this. I already played this song once tonight, but I saw the name pop in here earlier. I got to go back. I got to find it now just because. I'm going to play a song twice just because. Where is... I saw Hooker Jam in here somewhere. So anyways, we saw Hooker Jam. So Hooker Jam gets the Hooker song. So we're going to play one last song. Here we go. Thanks for joining Guitar Hack. All right. This is for Hooker Jam. All right, so that will conclude the jam portion of the evening. I want to wish you guys a fantastic weekend. Come back on Sunday if you get a chance, even if you're not... Oh, actually, there's a question Matt asked about the Rev amp. Is that the new Rev amp on Helix? Yes, that's the Rev generator on the Red channel, I believe. I've never had the opportunity to play the real Rev, but I've got the closest thing to it now in Helix. So come on over and hang out with us on Sunday. Like I say, even if you're not a Helix fan, Billy Sheehan is on the show. So, I mean, we're going to get some great bass riffs. Billy always jams for us on the show. Give us some tips, all kinds of fun stories, that will make 2/3 of the winery dogs on the show. So I'm working on getting Richie Kotzen as well, too. Billy's helping me with that. So Richie will be on the EVH segment sometime in the distant near future. Billy is always great. And then, of course, next Friday night as well, too, I've got Todd Kearns from Slash's band and the Canadian band Took as well coming on the show. That's going to be a lot of fun. And over on Kramer Corner, which we're going to be kicking in the butt starting next week or the week after, We're going to be mixing in a little bit of Gibson content on that segment as well too, because obviously Kramer's in the Gibson brands umbrella and the family and the wheelhouse, however you like to speak. So Jim DeCola, one of the builders at Gibson, is going to be coming on the show right away as well too. So that could be as early as this coming Tuesday. If not, it'll be the following Tuesday. Just got to iron out everyone's schedules. It's tough when you're booking for 3 shows. That's why I'm glad I'm dropping 1 of 4, because it's just too much. I can't put all my eggs into these baskets and have colorful eggs in each show. So if that makes any sense. So we're going to let the Rocking Dead show go. Let me see if anything else want to mention. Anyone jump in here before I head out? Burn66, Quentin James, Guitar Act, thanks for jumping in. Lewis is here. Can the Helix compete with Kemper Profile Stage? I think so for sure. I really think it compete with anything out there. I do think that new Kemper Stage Profiler thing is really cool. It looks neat. Unfortunately, I don't like the screen on it. That's one thing I think they failed. But I think, I think anything can compete with anything out there. I just happen to be really, really happy in the Helix family. But yeah, I'm not going to say it wouldn't compete. I'm sure it will. Matt Krill, let's talk about Billy hanging with Diamond Dave. We'll get some Diamond Dave discussion on there for sure. And Thomas says, what would you rather have, an EVH Wolfgang or Strat Elite Humbucker single? I am a Strat person. So if I had my choice, a humbucker single with a Floyd Rose, I would take that. For sure. Hopefully that answers your question, Thomas. In iMaximus says Helix is better, easier. There you go. Little Hooker Jam. There you go. Have a great weekend, Eric B. and everyone too. Brad Miller. Okay, I can practice the weekend. Thanks, Eric. This was a good jam tonight. My fingers are just moderately sore, and the guitar stayed in tune really well. I love this guitar to death. And time to give it some Lizard Spit guitar polish now. Give her some cleaning. And we'll see you guys real soon. I appreciate your time, and be sure to come over on Sunday and hang out with Billy on Sunday afternoon. Hang out with Billy Sheehan. And until then, thank you so very much. Cheers.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/evhgeartv. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I'm playing Wolfgang guitar.
Video production services provided by Design39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.